Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you stopped by. So I have a question first. What do you do with the cut-aparts that you get in your paper pads? Now, I've noticed that in the last few paper pads I've purchased that there's not a lot of cut-aparts anymore. In fact, I was really surprised and happily surprised at the last paper pads I purchased from Michaels. They actually had they had solid paper in with their printed paper. So there was all the coordinating stuff right in that 12 by 12 paper pad, and I thought, that is so awesome. That is exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking for. But if you're a longtime crafter, you're going to have a lot of paper pads with a lot of cut-aparts and a lot of other things, which I'm going to share in another video, what I did with them. But what I'm talking about today is these, and you also buy them separately, but you know, there's all those paper pads that came with strips that you would cut and create something with, and I'm just wondering, what do you do with them? Do you ever use them? I don't think I've ever, at least not myself, ever seen a video where somebody talked about using these. I'm sure there's some out there, but I have never seen one. And so what I did when I was going through all of my craft supplies, I sorted through the ones that, yeah, I'm just not going to use them. And to me, personally, I didn't think they were worth saving, so they just went straight into the recycle bin. But these that you see here are ones that I thought, well, you know, with the new, well, not so new, but the longer cards being made now, these would work really good for those. So this is what I've kept, and what I did was I actually kind of sorted them out into piles of sizes, because it's easier for me when I go to store them in this container if I have them in piles, and then you have to be careful when you're moving it, of course, so they don't fall all over the place. But it's kind of how I sort my paper too. But I was really curious to know what other people do with these strips that are just, well, part of the paper pad. And you know, I've never cut out a card base using the ones that are you know, striped like this. Now I know that when you cut apart the parts that are like cards that are got a saying on them or a picture, I've seen those, and I've seen people use those, and I have my own, I have a collection of that as well. But as far as these particular things go, it's a waste to just throw them away, because they have there's some beautiful pieces. Like, that would look so pretty on a card. And that's just about enough to make, to make 2 cards. So, you know, you don't want to throw them away, but you got to figure out what you're going to do to use them. And so that's part of this process of me going through my craft supplies and figuring out what I will use and what I won't use, and eliminating the not used stuff because it just takes up too much space, and then I find I'm not using anything. So that's what I'm doing today. I am going through all of the rest of my strips. I'm almost done. I only have a small amount left to do, which I'm so happy for. I'm just sorting these now. These are all keeps. Everything I have is still keeps. I just am now sorting through to put them into my container so that I can put it on my table where all my supplies are going for my upcoming cards. And so, yeah, please let me know what do you do with them, and do you have any new ideas of things that you could use them for besides just cards? What else would you, I mean, scrapbooks, of course, but what else would you use them for? Or do you just put them aside and don't use them for years and years like me? And then finally have such a wide collection that you're like, okay, we got to do something here. So thanks everybody for watching, and thanks for stopping by, and have a blessed day.